Kristi Noem'S daughter and Barron Trump, two names that never appeared in the same sentence until Noem ignited a storm of curiosity, speculation, and even subtle controversy. In an age where every public appearance, social media moment, and personal connection is dissected for meaning, the sighting of these two young figures together has created a ripple effect across political circles and online platforms alike. What began as a seemingly casual encounter between the daughter of a prominent Republican governor and the youngest son of a former president has since become one of the most talked about stories in conservative America. And what Donald Trump did after hearing about the interaction, that's what turned a quiet moment into a headline heard across the nation. It all started at an exclusive fundraising event held at a private estate in Florida. The gathering was not intended for media attention. It was a closed-door, invite-only affair attended by key GOP donors, influential political families, and legacy allies. As the evening unfolded, guests mingled under the warm lights of chandeliers, sipping cocktails and exchanging pleasantries. Among the notable figures in attendance were Governor Kristi Noem and her daughter Cassidy, who has largely stayed away from the political spotlight compared to her outspoken mother. Barron Trump, standing tall and poised, was also present. His height and composed demeanor instantly drawing attention despite his reserved nature. Eyewitnesses at the event recall the first interaction vividly. Cassidy and Barron were introduced by a mutual acquaintance, reportedly one of Donald Trump's longtime political advisors. Will made the introduction in what seemed like a lighthearted attempt to connect two of the next generation's most visible names. From the outside, it appeared innocent enough, but those nearby quickly noticed that the two did not simply greet each other and move on. They continued talking, walking around the venue together, and even sharing a few private laughs in what appeared to be a genuinely warm, natural exchange. For a solid 20 minutes, they seemed oblivious to the rest of the crowd. Within hours of the event ending, whispers about the interaction began to spread. Staffers, political strategists, and even family members who were present shared their observations quietly, unsure of what to make of the chemistry they had just witnessed. But the story didn't stay private for long. One leaked photo captured by a discreet attendee showed Barron and Cassidy standing side by side, both smiling, seemingly unaware they were being photographed. That single image sparked thousands of social media shares, hashtags, and even late-night talk show jabs. But what made the encounter truly extraordinary wasn't just the photograph. It was Donald Trump's reaction. Reports began circulating that Trump was immediately informed about the interaction not as a scandal, but as something worthy of his personal attention. Those close to him claim that he showed an unusually intense curiosity about Cassidy. He allegedly asked his staff detailed questions about her background, education, and political leanings, and in a move that caught even his inner circle off guard, he reportedly placed a call to Kristi Noem within 48 hours of the event. While the official record says it was a friendly follow-up regarding the event, insiders say the conversation quickly turned personal. Trump is said to have asked directly about Cassidy, her goals, her personality, her future. This move sparked a wave of speculation. Why would Trump care so deeply about a single conversation between his son and a governor's daughter? Those who understand Trump's mindset suggest it has less to do with parental concern and more to do with legacy building. Trump has long viewed his family as more than just kin. They are part of his brand, his dynasty. Every move is calculated. Every relationship is weighed. Barron, who has mostly stayed in the background, is now 18, and according to those within Trump's circle, there is a growing interest in slowly bringing him into the fold, not just socially, but potentially in terms of public and political exposure. And Cassidy Noem might represent a perfect piece in that puzzle. Young, charismatic, intelligent, and raised within a fiercely loyal Republican family, she checks every box Trump might look for in someone close to his son. But beyond the superficial compatibility, there's something else that's making people talk. Some believe Trump sees in this interaction an opportunity to merge two powerful brands to political bloodlines with a long-term strategy in mind. It's not unprecedented. American politics has a long history of strategic familial alliances, and whether or not anything romantic develops, the optics alone are enough to set the stage for a narrative of unity, and conservative vision for the future. The story doesn't stop there. Days after the initial conversation with Kristi Noem, Trump reportedly extended an invitation to both mother and daughter to visit Mar-a-Lago, not as public guests, but for a private dinner, attended only by inner circle figures. Sources who attended that evening describe it as unusually intimate, with Trump engaging Cassidy in several direct conversations, asking her about her interests, her views on current events, and even her thoughts on America's political climate. Attendees say Trump seemed genuinely interested not just in her answers, but in how she carried herself. One witness stated that Trump was measuring her, not unlike how he's assessed potential cabinet picks or running mates in the past. Barron, for his part, appeared more animated than usual during the dinner, long known for being quiet and camera-shy. Those close to him say he's been coming into his own recently. His rapport with Cassidy that night was described as natural, playful even, but underscored by a shared sense of awareness about who they are and the world they live in. This wasn't the typical teenage flirtation, it was something far more composed, intelligent, and, in some ways, unnerving to those watching closely. If this is the beginning of something bigger, it appears both parties are approaching it with more poise than many adults in politics today. But of course, this is the Trump family, and nothing happens without making waves. As media outlets caught wind of the story, the speculation exploded. Tabloid headlines, political blogs, and YouTube channels across the spectrum began asking questions. Is this a setup? Is this the beginning of a new political dynasty? Or is it simply a distraction from more pressing national issues? While most mainstream outlets have remained cautious, conservative commentators have embraced the speculation. Some have even gone as far as suggesting that Cassidy could be America's next first daughter-in-law, though no such relationship has been confirmed or even hinted at officially. Kristi, Noem, despite the growing noise, has remained characteristically composed. She has not commented directly on the situation, but her silence is seen by many as a strategic move. Those close to her believe she is allowing the media storm to play out, knowing full well the power of optics in modern politics. Behind closed doors, however, it is said she is both flattered and intrigued by the attention. Some have hinted that she sees this as a chance to strengthen her family's place in national conservative politics, either through closer alignment with Trump or by ensuring her daughter remains part of the narrative. In the days that followed, Donald Trump was seen in unusually good spirits. During a speech at a donor event in Texas, he made a passing remark about Barron starting to learn how to pick winners, prompting laughter from the audience. It was a vague, cryptic comment, but those familiar with the context knew exactly what he meant. Trump rarely speaks in absolutes when it comes to family matters. His cryptic approach often masks deeply calculated intentions. The bigger question remains, what does this mean for Barron? Until now, he has been protected, shielded from the public's gaze, and largely absent from the political circus. But if this recent chapter is any indication, that chapter of silence may be ending. Those within Trump's advisory circle are reportedly discussing ways to ease Barron into more public appearances, not necessarily as a political player just yet, but as a symbol of the next Trump generation. And if Cassidy remains by his side, even in a non-romantic capacity, the message it sends to the conservative base could be powerful. All of this leads us back to one central idea: legacy. For Donald Trump, legacy is not just about buildings with his name or past elections. It's about what comes next, who carries the name forward, who represents the ideals, the vision, the power. If Barron Trump steps into that role, then everything and everyone around him becomes part of that narrative, including, possibly, Cassidy, Noem. Was this just a moment in time, a coincidence captured by a camera lens? Or are we witnessing the quiet start of something much larger, something that could reshape not just the Trump family, but the broader trajectory of conservative America? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: when Donald Trump gets personally involved, it's never by accident. And now we ask you, what do you think is really going on? Is this the start of a strategic alliance between two powerful families, or just an innocent interaction that's been blown out of proportion? Could Cassidy, Noem, and Barron Trump become the face of a new generation of conservative leadership? Or is this yet another chapter in the long, dramatic saga of the Trump family? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. And if you want more insider stories, viral updates, and political drama that goes beyond the headlines, make sure to like this video, hit the subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. There's always more going on than meets the eye, and we'll be here to uncover it all.